Hi, I'm former Congressman Joe DioGuardi, the founder of the Albanian American Civic League, Liga Cittadina Shqiptare Americana, the only registered lobby for the Albanian people in Washington, D.C. We have done a lot for the Albanian people since I left Congress. The Albanian American Civic League has been in the front of all the important things that have been done. Think about it. Democracy for Albania, 1990. The trip I took there with Tom Lantos to open the door, and finally to lead two congressional delegations, 91, where they had the invalid election that we called invalid, and 92, when we got the Democratic Party elected. And then we had the issue of Mr. Milosevic, his genocidal march in the Balkans, starting in Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, 1995, 250,000 innocent people killed. But his big prize was Kosovo. We knew it. We warned our friends in Congress, Tom Lantos, Ben Gilman, Henry Hyde, and we got Gilman and Hyde and Lantos to play a very key role with hearings and resolutions to warn Congress what we saw coming. And sure enough, in 1989, Mr. Milosevic occupied Kosovo brutally. 1990, I went to Pristina with Tom Lantos. And we told Mr. Milosevic to his face that America was watching everything you do. And that led to his actual indictment in 2002 in The Hague when Shirley and I went there to testify against him. But I think the most important thing, if you can think about one thing more important than the other, but you can't really disconnect them because the Albanian people are one nation. But in the year 2008, it was George W. Bush that declared the independence for Kosovo. It took some 20 years or more, and it started with that first resolution in earnest in 1992 that Tom Lantos introduced for independence of Kosovo. We had to educate congressmen and their staffs what Kosovo was, what its status was as a juridical unit in the Confederation of Yugoslavia, where every 8 years, each of those units represented Yugoslavia as its president, including Albania. Milosevic took that all away. But here we are 25 years later, and we're celebrating this anniversary by showing on TV worldwide, especially to the Albanian people, things that have not been seen. You may have seen little snippets on YouTube, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. But now you can play on YouTube 2 hours. And we're going to show the 4-hour testimony hearing that we had with Bob Dole and Tom Lantos in the Senate for Human Rights, the Congressional Human Rights Caucus, where Dr. Rogova came with 12 others when there were no parties. It was a movement for democracy, Levicia. That's 4 hours. And you'll see Dobrica Ćosić. You'll see the Serbian bishops, how they tried to make a good show for the Serbian people as Christians when they were brutally repressing the Albanian people. And most people in America didn't know that these Slavic countries are tied at the hip with their Orthodox churches, and that includes Greece. So we're going to show that. We're going to show that beautiful dinner with Rogova and the 13 people that came with him, and we had every one of them on a dais, and they spoke April 28th, 1990. And that was about 2 hours. You're going to be able to see that. And finally, that beautiful rally we had July 11th, 1990, Bob Dole, Ben Gilman, so many others, where we marched from the White House, Lafayette Park, all the way to the Capitol, 10,000 people, to make sure that the Congress knew that Albanian people were pro-American. And I remember them yelling out, USA, USA, USA. You're going to see that. And you're going to see much more. And Shirley's going to be also addressing you with the work that we did together starting in 1994. So, how do you help us commemorate the 25th anniversary? Well, you should be a member of the Albanian American Civic League. We have a website, www.aacl.com. And you'll see it on the monitor after the little speech I'm giving and before the videos that you're going to be seeing that I mentioned. But please, do your part to empower the lobby, the Albanian American Civic League, the way we empowered the Albanian people in the Balkans. our work is not done. We have a lot of work to do, shum pun. And we've got to do it with a pen, with a computer, with our speeches, with our hearings. We have to continue the work we did that brought democracy to Albania and independence for Kosovo. And our work is not done there yet. We still haven't, corruption to deal with. In a way, we went from communism to corruption. But we still have great repression in Montenegro, in Macedonia, in Prisheva, and in Greece. The issue of Chamria has not gotten any attention whatsoever. So we have a lot of work to do, shum pun, and I hope that you join us in this 25th year as a member of the Albanian American Civic League, Liga Qytetare Shqiptare Americana, so that we can all work together. Our work is not yet finished, but the future of the Albanian people is in your hand. Thank you.